Welcome, welcome, race fans. This is Ron with Big Wizard TV, and I think we're up and running. Yep. We are up and running. Thanks for joining today. Just double checking audio real quick. Make sure everything's correct. I'm going to get back in the car because I have got to do some practice. Welcome. There we go. Welcome, race fans. This is Ron with Big Wizard TV. Okay, so it looks like audio's working. Sound's working on the cars. Racetrack's working. We're working. We have a pile of racers here today. We have, 21 drivers in the session so far. Holy cow, it is just nuts right now. Top 12 within 1.5 seconds, top 11, 1.1 seconds from the leader. Chris Springer has thrown down the magical lap, 147.0, fastest thing we've seen so far in our practice session. It is early morning, so the track temp will probably go up, but right now only 74 degrees, light winds. We're using the medium downforce setup, so we're really opening these things up, and the guys are taking advantage for sure. Adam Novotny, Jason Ray, Brandon Dooley, all 0.4 seconds back off Chris Springer's time. We have really got some good action for you tonight. This will be pretty exciting. About 4.5 more minutes left in the practice session, and then we'll get the qualifying underway. We are at Autodromo Nacional de Monza. So the track known as Monza, famous worldwide for being the fastest Formula One track on the circuit. Fastest in mile per hour and most time on the track with your foot on the floor. All the way down for throttle, 100%. About 80+% of the time here at Monza. So you're either slowing down for a chicane or your foot's on the floor. There are 4 other corners on the track, all right-handers. If you're watching me down in the bottom, I'm going through 2 of them right now. This is Lesmo 1, and then we'll be followed by Lesmo number 2 right here. And those Lesmos in Italian are hands. Those are the hands. On the back of the track, that is turns 6 and 7. They call this a curve. I guess it's the left-hander, but I didn't really turn, so I'm not sure we call that a curve, and it doesn't have a number. And then there's Ascari, which is the big chicane. The high-speed chicane is Ascari. Sorry about that. Tripping over myself. And then the big turn right before the start-finish line, Curve Parabolica. Probably the most iconic and famous, well-known racetrack corners in the world. Starts tight, expands out as you go through it, faster and faster as you go. Once again, right-hander, and once again, flat on the floor with your foot. So, yeah, pretty exciting track with our drivers that we have out here tonight, and as close as everybody is and the sheer number of them, it's going to be quite the ride. Oh, there's a car upside down. I need to check my feed on the stream, make sure I'm looking at the most exciting. We only have 1.5 minutes left in the practice, so I'm going to go ahead and pull over and do that so I make sure everything's right for you guys, so we're not watching just one driver tonight like I've done in the past. We'll stop here in between Lesmos, go back to the pits, and make a change real quick. All right, 1 minute to go in practice. I'm going to do a quick announcement. This will echo a little bit, so apologize for the viewers at home. Hey, everybody, Ron here from the admin tower. Just want to let everybody know we're a lot of cars out here. We're going to have 20 plus, 20 of us. Let's be courteous, be fast, be clean, and have fun. Remember, we're out here having a good time. We all have 2 fast repairs. If something happens, stick around, stay on track, get back out there. You never know where you'll end up with this many cars on track. So let's have some fun and race hard, but race clean. Thanks. Okay. Practice is over. Here goes qualifying. Here goes nothing. Everybody's going to try to get out at once. We'll see how the spacing works. What you need here is a decent space between you and the car in front of you and the car behind you. So hopefully you don't get stuck. Here we go. Ooh, quite a few fast guys behind me. Got to get all the way down here to the blue cone before you move over. I can stay with these guys because everybody in front of me is faster than me, so hopefully the guys behind will get enough of a gap. They can get a good lap in. The time for qualifying, 10 minutes. Everybody all at once, 20 cars. On the fastest track of the series. Go ahead, Adam. And here we go. The time laps have begun. First few drivers out and about. And one of our past winners for the year, still in the pit lane, Philip Scott, still in there in the pit lane right now. To wait for these tires to warm up. Might take a couple laps to get them up to temperature where you want them. Again, for qualifying, you can't make any errors on your qualifying lap. No off tracks, no contact with anything. Even if it's a 0x contact, you will not get the lap to count. So to get a quality lap in, you got to run it clean. Tires are getting warmed up now. We're going to start seeing some times drop out there on the track. Brandon with the first clean lap. Rich Hibbs, 4/10 back. Chris with a clean, quick one. $147.5 so far for provisional pole. The standing start is going to be interesting. I hit my pit limiter button. That's going to mess up my lap. Sometimes going through the first chicane, my thumb reaches up and smacks that button. So we'll go ahead and get out. There's 3.5 minutes to go. We'll watch the action on track. I have a time. It's not the greatest time in the world, but I have a time. So I will start the race. And I will be back in just a moment. All right, welcome back. Back in here watching the action. Looks like you can see everyone on the track map. You can see where they are. Right now we're watching Brett Elder run a quick lap. He is currently 10th with a 148.5. Morgan Teggy has gone out there and dropped the quickest lap, but now surpassed by Chris Springer. Morgan's running the Ford GT tonight. He is our reigning champion of the GT3 series. And trying to win in every car. Chris Springer in that Mercedes is going to have something to say about it, as he is extremely fast tonight. We'll see how that goes. Rich Hibbs also right there in the 147s. We've got Chris, Morgan, Brandon, Jason, Rich, Tyler, and Dale all in the 147s. So that is pretty crazy. During practice, we had 11 drivers within 1 second. Right now we have 8 within 1 second, with Dale Dooley and TJ Allman also in the 147s. So 8 drivers running that 147 number, all within 7/10 of the leader. And the start and the first couple chicanes are going to be the telltale of how this race turns out, because as they get through those first few corners, they're going to need to be clean, not wreck each other. And if anything happens, we'll see who stays and who goes. We'll see what happens. We've got 15 seconds left. If you start your lap before the time runs out, oh, there's Adam Novotny. Now we've got 9 in the 147s. If you start before your time runs out, which is 5 more seconds, Mooney will make it across to do 1 more lap. The session is now over. If you're on a lap, you can finish a lap. So here comes Ryan Fry finishing up his, as we watch Joe Fierro coming through Curve Grande, heading towards the second chicane. Oh, Jason Rabe gets loose, loses it. That'll be it for his qualifying. He will be P5 is the best spot so far for him. Chris Springer with a provisional pole, although there are a bunch of guys out there that are going to try to challenge that. And they are all running some pretty good laps right now. There is a little bit of a bottleneck as they come out of Lesmo's. Uncle Don right in front of Joe Fierro. That is going to slow him down slightly, but he gets around clean as they approach Ascari chicane. Tyler coming around. We'll see if he can improve. Right now, P7. Let's see if he's got anything for Morgan. And Tyler comes across the line and does not get to the top. He does not go to the top. So Adam Novotny and Joe Fierro next across with Uncle Don. Uncle Don goes wide. That'll negate his lap, because that is an off-track way out there. Joe comes through and does not make it into the top 3. Adam Novotny drag racing down the stretch there. He does not get a fast lap, but he already is in P3, starting on row 2. So, as they finish it all up here, Chris Springer on the front, Morgan Teggy next, alongside on the front row, Adam Novotny, Brandon Dooley, row 2, Jason Rabe, Tyler Greger, row 3, Rich Hibbs with Dale Dooley, row 4, TJ Allman, Brett Elder, row 5, Joe Fierro, myself, row 6. And there are more. Let me get over to my other rig so I can see. Ryan Fry, Michael Mooney in row 7, Jeff Peters, Alex Good, row 8, Uncle Don in row 9, if he comes in. But that is 19 drivers in the server, and I only mentioned 17 of them. So we'll see who shows up for the actual race. I would think everybody here is going to be in. Alex Good just moved up into P16. Philip Scott, without a qualifying time, will be starting in the back. 2 minutes to grid, 2 minutes to grid. Once everybody's in, the clock will go to 0, and we will be off and running. Fixed setups, fixed amount of fuel. And it's 45% tonight, so you might need 2 pit stops. We'll have to see how this plays out. Since I believe Uncle Don has dropped out of the session, we'll have to wait the full 2 minutes. Minute and a half to go as the drivers are lining up. Chris Springer on the front. These standing starts can be hairy. We'll see who's got the best clutch reaction and who's got the best line side by side into the first chicane, which is the tightest of the chicanes. Hopefully we'll get through cleanly. And more drivers clicking in. Waiting on one near the back. And Uncle Don, I think, will take us down the 48 seconds that are left. I think we'll have to wait that time. Oh, nope, we're ready to rock and roll. Lights are on. And here we go. Well, might have got a incident point or two, but I think everybody made it. We'll see. Second chicane coming up. None of the leaders have gone around yet, so everybody minding those fresh tires so far. Morgan got the jump. Whoa, nice. Action all the way through. All the way through the racetrack. There is action on the track. We'll have to wait till they get across the line and see how it falls out. I don't know if my order is correct on my screen. See if we can get these Michelins all warmed up to get optimal temperature here to race. Morgan Teggy takes the stripe first. He's out front, 1/2 a second over Adam Novotny, followed by Jason Rabe, Chris Springer, Brandon Dooley, Dale Dooley, Rich Hibbs, TJ, Tyler, and myself. Top 10, and we are back into the corners. Woo! So lap 1 down. I believe everyone is still driving. I'm not sure what happened to Philip Scott. He did not qualify. I don't see him in the top 16 or 15, so I'm not sure where he's at. Philip, a previous champion in our GT3 challenge. And as we're underway here on lap number 2, I want to mention our awesome sponsor, Stair Fittings Incorporated. Stair Fittings responsible for all the good things that happen at E2WR Racing and Big Wizurd TV. Helping us out with our streaming. Keeping the race sessions cost effective for us, which they already are pretty cost effective. iRacing's not that bad, but it still adds up month after month. We got battles throughout. 0.3, 1/2 a second, 0.7, all the way around the track. Track temps come up a little to 78 degrees. Top 10, 10 seconds to the leader. Joe Fierro finding some magic dust. Went to the same guy that sold Jack his beanstalk beans, gaining on me real fast here. Got a little battle going here with Joe, as the leaders are now within 0.2 of a second as well. We knew it would be an exciting race, action all around the track. Oh, and Brett Elders made it by Ryan Fry for P12. He may be quick enough to join us up here for this battle in 10th. Tyler Greger takes over P8 and loses it again as TJ beats him through the chicane. Action top to bottom. Chris Springer takes over P2 with the quickest lap of the race. Morgan Teggy having a hard time keeping control out of that Ford. As Jason Rabe is spun in the second chicane, drops down the order. freight train goes by and you got to get back on your horse. And you might lose some spots trying to do it. Not running very quick laps. Need to stop pushing so hard. As Brett Elder starts to close up the gap on me for P10. Morgan Teggy still out front. Chris Springer, Brandon Dooley, Adam Novotny are the top four as they run. Dale Dooley, Rich Hibbs, Tyler Greger, TJ. The next four, followed by Joe Fierro and myself to complete the top 10. With fixed medium downforce setups, everybody's running a very similar race car. You can't have an advantage because you have a better setup than someone else. We're all running fixed setups from iRacing. So tonight, the gap and the skill is on the driver. And that skill for me is being beaten and bested by Brett Elder, who has moved up within a half a second now. Uh-oh. That's not good. Especially with somebody right behind me. Luckily, I'm not as fast as the leaders. But I'm pretty fast through that turn, so I'm going to have to give this up. Slow down penalty from the chicane. Loses P10 for me. Well, the chicane didn't. I did. Once again, skill of the driver sets the order tonight. Yes, sir. Well, it wasn't my intention to make it that easy. Second chicane had something else to say about it. Yeah, we are nowhere near halfway, and we're already out of fuel, so. This is going to be a two-stopper by the looks of it. So who can manage their fuel? Who can drive clean? Avoid those slowdown penalties. That'd be nice. Says we're going to need 12.5 gallons of fuel to get to the end. And we have a 12-gallon tank. I always tell the system to give me 2 extra laps. So maybe we can get this thing to halfway. But we've only got 4 laps, and we're only at 27 minutes on the clock, so I'm not sure. Maybe I can try to conserve a little fuel. Can't do too much. Ryan Fry is right there. Do a little short shifting. See if we can save a little fuel. A little coasting into the corners. The good thing is I had to practice this in an AI race I was doing earlier. Practice the fuel save. So we'll practice a little more. Gained a second on Ryan, so that's good. Should still be in the 150 range, hopefully. Well, there you go, even quicker. Missed the first chicane pretty bad. But no incident point and no time penalty, so that's good. Oh, Jason Rabe, after his early spin, has disconnected. Philip Scott is in the race, back in 15th spot right now. Chris Springer has made it around Morgan Teggy for the lead. Brandon Dooley in third, Dale Dooley in fourth, Adam Novotny in fifth. Rich Hibbs has moved into sixth. Tyler Greger, TJ Allman, Joe Fierro, Brett Elder. So only the first couple have moved around. I think we're doing enough for fuel. We can still make it 2 more laps here if I keep doing this, I think. This lap and 1 more. I'm not losing any ground. Still 150s. Well, I'm losing ground to Brett, but he was faster anyway. But I've made ground on Ryan, and Jeff is 12 seconds back, so pretty safe here in 11th to just try to see if my one-stop pit strategy will work for me. Maybe I can move up a little. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be trying to do the same thing. We're at 28 minutes remaining. It's a 50-minute race, so we're going to have to save fuel in the second half. Nobody's diving in yet. Nobody's making any pit stops quite yet, so everybody else is doing the same thing. Leaders working lap 13. The field is spreading out. Let's get the car repaired if needed. Sometimes on these bumps you do lose a little bit of aerodynamic hardware, and you need to get it repaired, so we'll use a fast repair for that. And here we go. Everybody's going to be coming in. Pit lane will be busy. Strategies abound. It's a tight pit entrance. You could easily get a penalty on this pit entrance. There we go. Let's get the go-go juice down to 1/10 of a gallon of fuel left in the tank. If anybody's still in there when I leave, then they had a penalty. So we'll see. Looks like the answer to that is no. Everyone away. Very, very predictable today on what everybody's going to be doing. That is exactly 25 minutes left. We are exactly at halfway. So those that can conserve enough to get that one extra lap out of the car We're going to have a large advantage. Ryan did an amazing pit stop. Gained a second on me. So now, while trying to conserve fuel and him full guns, he's going to try to close that gap. We're going to try to not let him. Nobody got tires. My tires were at 86% in the lowest one. So pretty sure everybody's going to be able to make it just fine on tires. Philip Scott in the pit lane. Not sure if he started a little bit behind us. Maybe he started from the pit lane or a lap down. Might have had a technical issue. But he's going to have enough fuel to get to the end for sure. My system says I'm going to be about 3 laps short. But since I always tell it to put in 2 extra gallons, that means 1 lap short. So we've got a tank full of fuel to save a lap of fuel. Somebody went off. I see some skid marks over on the far side there. Chris Springer's still out front. 3-second gap now to Morgan. Brandon, 7 seconds back. Dale, 8.5. Rich Hibbs moves into 5th position after the pit stops. Then Adam Novotny in 6th, Tyler Greger in 7th, Joe Fierro, then TJ Allman, Brett Elder, myself, Ryan Fry, Jeff Wyatt, and Michael Mooney. Followed by Philip Scott, Jeff Peters, round out the 16 drivers that are still on the track. Ryan is definitely on his horse, trying to gain some ground. Just ran his fastest lap of the race. Depending on fuel mileage, I might be able to let him go if he does catch, but I'm going to try to keep him behind me. If I can hit those corners good, stay out in front. So Chris, 2.5 seconds in front of Morgan. That is going to be the battle. We'll see if anybody makes any mistakes up there. Field is definitely spread out. There's still a battle going on there for fourth position. Adam Novotny coming. Oh, Adam spins. Commentator's curse, maybe? Adam spins in Lesmos, dropping back in the field. That may have been a bad one. As Adam drops back to 8th position. And into the clutches of TJ for the next spot. If he didn't damage anything, he should be okay to keep going there. It's a good thing this BMW has some nice low-end torque. I can do the early shifting. Still stay here in the 49s, save fuel. Hopefully it's enough. And if I mess up turns, then Ryan gets to catch me. We're in lap 18 of 28, so I'm still a lap shy on the fuel. Since we all came in on the same lap, I'm going to assume everyone else is too. Still Chris, Morgan, Brandon, and Dale out there in the top 4. Action on the track. Dale and Brandon with Rich Hibbs. All there for P3. P4. Oh, no, P3. That's a lap car. Chris Springer catching up with lap traffic here on lap number 19 of 28. 8 to go. 7.2. We need another 0.8 of a gallon. Or 0.8 of a lap. It's not coming down as quickly as I wanted it to. Can't go that far to the right, apparently. So since Tyler's excursion, order up front changed a little bit. Chris Springer, Morgan Teggy, Brandon Dooley, Dale Dooley, followed by Rich Hibbs, Tyler Greger, Joe Fierro, Adam Novotny, TJ Allman, Brett Elder are the top 10. Myself, followed by Ryan Fry, Jeff Wyatt, Michael Mooney, Philip Scott, Jeff Peters round out the field. 16 cars out here still going at it. Oh, and no, we got 17. Sorry. Alex good in P17. Oh, and Alex is off in Lesmos. As we mentioned him, once again, commentator curse. Sorry, Alex. Sorry, buddy. Morgan Teggy gaining a little ground, 1.5 seconds now, the gap, as they come out of Parabolica. Oh, and somebody spins. Someone's around. That is TJ. Don't know if he had help or just went around. He went back to P10, diving into the pit lane now. If he hits something, needs a fast repair, grabbing that extra 2 gallons of fuel, now's the time to do it. Ooh, assuming everyone will have to make another stop. And we got 6 laps of race and 5 laps of fuel, so not going to make it myself either. Brett Elder starting to do a little fuel save, I believe. I don't think with all the fuel saving I've been trying, it's going to make a difference. I'm not going to have enough to make it to the end. As we have 5 laps to go this time by. Let's see what the time on the clock says, 8:58. 9 minutes. Laps are 1 minute and 47 seconds. Yeah. That sounds like 6 laps to me. 5 or 6 laps. So those that can make the one-stop strategy work are definitely going to have the advantage here. I don't believe I'm going to have it. We'll get down a little closer, but I believe we're going to have to make a stop. Three laps of fuel, 4 laps of race. Oh, Ryan Fry has disconnected. Not sure what happened there to Ryan. That gives Jeff P11. He's 14 seconds back. Pit exchange takes 45 seconds. I could save a lot of time dropping back 14 seconds now. Could I save enough to get a gallon of fuel, or a lap of fuel, which is about a gallon of fuel? That is a really good question. Let's find out. Thirteen seconds is a long time. Not going to help if I wreck. Oh, Jeff Wyatt went into the pits. Mooney takes over P11. Mooney's pretty good at saving fuel, so we're going to assume that he can make it to the end. This is not going to make it. I'm not going to make it if I keep wrecking. Oh, TJ's back out into 12th. So they're going to go in. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough. My conserving techniques were not good enough to go 2 more laps. As many cars are coming into the pit lane and many cars are not. Well, strategy failed. Fuel strategy failed as Mooney goes into the pit lane as well. Ooh. Interesting turn of events. As Philip Scott goes by. Everybody should have enough fuel now, so race is on. We'll see if everybody drops out at the end of the pit exchange. And who took the gamble and tried to make it to the end? White flag will be this next time by. Philip Scott goes in the grass. Off of the second chicane. We're back to full power. Back in P10 with Joe Fierro in front of me. Tim Allman with his spin back there about 6 or 8 laps ago was the benefactor of pitting early and then having enough fuel to get to the end, so he's on the fuel, on the gas, not trying to conserve. If I would have just gone in and got my fuel, I think I would have been up there with him. But the leader went in. Chris Springer out front. With the pit exchanges there at the end, it's really messed up the timing. We have just gotten the white flag. Chris Springer out front, followed by Dale Dooley, and then Morgan Teggy. Nobody's in the pit lane right now. Brandon and Rich, top 5. Finishing it up. Chris Springer coming around Parabolica. No slowdowns, no off tracks. Here comes Brett Elder. Chris Springer across the line. Dale Dooley, P2. Oh, and the crossover looks like it might work. Woohoo! That was fun. That was good, Brett. Nice try. As they finish. As they finish up. The race is now complete. Chris Springer takes the checkered flag. Wow, what a battle up front. You guys were back and forth, back and forth. Sweet ride. Nice race. Look good from here. Chris, anything? Anything you want to say? Thank your sponsors, your mom, somebody? I mean... Nice, nice. Great job. Nice job. Dale, I don't think he's in here with us, but Morgan, man, you had that Ford flying. You were out there giving it everything she got. Yeah, well, that's Monza, right? That is Monza. Brandon, P4, pretty solid. You were up front, close. You got up to second a couple times, but back and forth. Tough battles up there. If Brandon's in, not sure if Brandon's there. Rich was also in the middle of that. Rich, you didn't seem to have the front row, but you definitely had the consistency. Nice run. Yeah, I was trying to coast a little myself, but it didn't quite work out. I think I lost more time playing around with it than I would have if I would have just driven the car. So. Oh yeah. That's coasting a little ways there. Adam, you were up front battling away, and then fell back. Went off in Lesmos, I believe. Just the one error all night, or? Oh man, good times, right? Well, you were up front running with them. You had a good car tonight. Yeah, Tyler, you were cruising all night long. Last lap of the race was Tyler's fastest lap of the day. So he was flying. I don't see him in here. TJ, you had a little issue there with like 6 or 7 to go. Came in and got the pit stop, got your fuel, kept going, and you were running full tilt. No fuel save, so it worked out for you. Got a P8 out of it. That blade of grass made out of ice. Yeah. And then Joe and I battled quite a bit at the beginning. That was really fun at the start of the race. You had me, though, but that was a good time, Joe. Oh, that's how I caught up so far. Okay. Yeah. Brett, is Brett in here? No, he's not in here. He may have forgot to check his tires too, because I came in behind him and ended up in front of him out of the pit exchange, so that was kind of fun. And Philip, one stop Philip, the only one. The only driver all night that made it on one stop. Yeah, what happened with your foot? I wasn't in the chat to hear. Yeah. Yeah, I had those same pedals and had to send them back to get replaced because I broke the gas pedal. There you go. I see some pedals in your future. I hear Hussingvelds are good. Oh. Snap the rest of the way. Yep. Yeah, your second chicane kind of bit you there, and we got by you. It was fun though. It was a good race for everybody. I think from the standpoint of the viewers, I think it went really well. Appreciate everybody putting on a show. We have this up every week, so if you want to invite friends, family, somebody to watch, we don't get a lot of views during the race. We get a lot of them after, but it's up there live, and we've got, I think it's a pretty good show for everybody. It looks like it's always a really good race. And when they have these ones like tonight where we had the TV mixed camera shots, it moves around to do in-car and, some statics and some TV 1, 2, and 3, and the broadcast actually looks pretty cool. It's just me yelling in the little room by myself, but try to keep it exciting. But, good race, everybody. I want to thank our sponsor, Stair Fittings Incorporated, and Big Wizurd TV for getting it up on the air. Thanks you guys for an awesome show and a great race. Congrats to Chris and all three on the podium. That was not an easy task tonight with everybody so close in the points, in the standings tonight. So I'll get the final results of the standings for the season. We're winding it down. We're getting close. So I think this is race 11. So we're getting there, and I'll let everybody know where it's at. But thanks again for watching, everybody. This is Ron from Big Wizurd TV saying to be safe out there. Keep the wheels on the bottom, and don't race on the road. Be safe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Good night, all.